history behind the starving artists are dead movement is very extensive. You know what I mean? It got its start in 2007. I was in New York, and like I said before, I've been involved with blogging and podcasting since 2005. Before it became mainstream. Before it was pretty much an open field, and I started off at '05, but it took me 2 years to, figure out, my lane or my niche, what I wanted to talk about. And around that time, what sparked that was I read a blog on hypebot.com from Gerd Leonhardt, who is a media futurist. He had a letter. He had wrote a letter to the music industry, pretty much detailing, the transition or the shift that was going on in the music industry. He was talking about the end of the record labels' reign, their tight hold on the industry. Talking about the future as to where he saw it was going, and just different new models, business models, and things like that. So that opened my eyes and I was like, yo, I wanna speak on that. I want to be a futurist. I want to talk about the future of music. So I took that and ran with it. And Starving Artists Are Dead was known as industry rule crossed out. It was known as that, at the beginning stages, and it was focused on pointing the finger at the record label for the downfall of the music industry. And I did a show, or I did two shows actually. One that was dealing with asking the question: is downloading music or illegal piracy or illegal downloading, is that affecting the music industry? Is it really affecting the music industry the way the record labels were perceiving it? You know what I'm saying? Or then I did another show dealing with how they were trying to charge, podcasters like myself. They were trying to charge us a licensing fee and charge us, every time we played a song, they wanted a certain amount of money, and I pretty much reported on that. So it was pretty much just pointing the finger, and then I had to sit back and analyze, okay, as I continued to read more and more, I started to see how music fans and music artists were contributing to the downfall of the music community. So I flipped it and was like, yo, start speaking on how the music fan, the music label, and the music artists were both contributing to the downfall as well as contributing to the advancement of the music community, because there was a lot of information that spoke on both sides. So I switched up the tone and began to speak on that level. That lasted until the end of 2008. I had the audio magazine. I was in the street hustling with the magazine. Well, actually, I wasn't hustling because I wasn't really talking to people, because I had some setbacks and some roadblocks that I had to get over when I was in New York. But it pretty much ended in November 2008. I had to pack my bags and head back here to Atlanta, and moved back here. And I pretty much, took me like 2, 3, 4 months to get back on my feet to even go out there and start promoting the movement. And it went through some name changes. It went from industry rule crossed out to I Rule Music, because when I used to say industry rule crossed out, and then he was like, okay, what industry are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, they didn't know I was talking about music. I had to explain it to them. So I pretty much deaded that name, and then I started dealing with I Rule Music. I just took the industry. It's storming out here, so excuse the thunder. But anyway, I took the industry, made it a lowercase I. It was I Rule Music. I had to throw the music in there so people would know what it was I was coming with. You know what I'm saying? What I was talking about. So boom. So I went through that name, and then it switched again to WTFM, which stood for What's the Future of Music, because I began to really go in as far as the future, just speaking about the future of music. It no longer was just how each element were contributing to the progression of music, and how they were contributing to taking away from the music. It expanded to talking about the future. I was dealing with the mobile market. I was dealing with immersive technology, which consists of virtual reality, which consisted of augmented reality, I was dealing with technological advances, you know what I'm saying, future trends, cultural trends. So I was dealing with, I was speaking on things that may happen within 5, 10 years from now. I was reading a lot from dealing with transhumanism, reading about Ray Kurzweil and the singularity where, computers, technology is advancing at a rate to where it's going to get to a point where it meets or becomes even uh, with the human intelligence, and then it'll start to exceed. But that point where it meets, where human intelligence and computer, the intelligence of the computer, it was called singularity. So I was dealing on that level and talking about the advancements of technology. That's when you start getting into artificial intelligence and things like that. So I was dealing way out there. But time went on. About September '09, I got burnt out. You know what I mean? Like, you dealing on all that, all those levels, and dealing with different information like that. I got burnt out and I couldn't keep up. You know what I mean? So I pretty much deaded the movement and kept it moving. And then just recently, last year, the end of 2010, I pretty much got that urge, like always, get that urge to, go out there and be like, okay, it's time. But this time I was like, okay, I don't want to go too deep into, talking about the future. I want to tone it down. I don't want to deal with, the music fan or the music label. I just want to focus on the artist. So I had to tone it down a bit. And that's on the strength that I'm an artist, I'm a musician. So it's like, I want to do my music as well. Doing all that before with the future music wasn't allowing me to do that. So I had to scale back and it was like, okay, I want to do the music and I want to do the project, or the movement. So boom, So I scaled back and it was like, okay, like 2 weeks, like literally I spent 2 weeks trying to come up with a name. I didn't want to run with the WTFM no more. I wanted to do something that was had more shock value, that resonated, revolution. I mean? I wanted to speak, and it's, when I said it, it was like, okay, music, I mean? So 2 weeks straight, I was thinking of trying to come up with a name. I literally got sick, like headaches. I actually got sick. That's how much thought and energy I put into coming up with the name, the concept, and breaking it down. So, 2 weeks, boom, the name came, Starving Artists Are Dead. I was like, okay, yeah, that's what I want to rock with. And then the concept of mind, marketing, and money came, after that, because it was like, yo, because I always think in threes, you know what I mean? That's just me. So it was like, okay, marketing, okay, I'm going to do marketing. So what other two elements do I want to speak on? So I was like, okay, marketing. Then it was like, okay, the mindset. Okay, the mindset. Okay, mind, marketing. I was like, okay, I need another M, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a very complex thinker. I break things down to the bare minimum, you know what I mean? So boom, it was like mind, marketing. So I need another M. Okay, money. You know what I'm saying? Starving artists, they want money. They're starving. So, okay, so I put all three of those together, and, that's pretty much the history of Starving Artists Are Dead movement.